Hi again. Today I decided I'm going to address one of the terms that you probably hear a lot if you work with a financial professional or read about if you're looking up financial literature, and that's asset allocation. So when it comes to portfolio, often you hear or read that it's really important that you have proper asset allocation. But what does it mean? Well, that's what I'm going to address today, what it really means and how it's applied, and is it even worthwhile? Well, let's start by looking at a definition from Investopedia that asset allocation is an investment strategy that aims to balance risk and reward by apportioning a portfolio's assets according to an investor's goals. Well, I'm not sure if that really helped, but let's get there by going through some examples of what it is and what it isn't. For a lot of people, they may ask, why am I putting my money into all these different things when I could just buy one investment and be done with it? It would be a lot easier. Well, let's see why people maybe do or don't do that. In this first slide, it's showing the performance of Apple stock over the past 5 years. You can see it looks pretty impressive. What if you got into Apple at the wrong time? In this case, I circled toward the end of 2022. September, if you got in, you would have started out with quite a roller coaster ride down, probably taking you a little bit out of your comfort zone. Here's another example of McDonald's, and this is a 1-year chart. So all your money went into McDonald's. You really went for a ride. And this chart illustrates the S&P 500. Now here, you'd be investing in 500 different stocks. But again, even though this is a long term and it does show it's gone up pretty well over the course of 5 years, what if you had gotten in at the wrong time? Most people aren't willing to deal with that kind of volatility when they see their accounts go up or down that much. Okay, so we looked at individual stocks and we looked at an individual index, so a list of maybe 500 stocks, but still concentrated, mostly large companies in the US. Why don't we take a broader view now? Let's look at a chart from JP Morgan that shows a variety of different investment categories from stocks, bonds, foreign, domestic, real estate, cash, and each column represents performance for a year. The best performing asset class is at the top of the column. You can see by color, because they're all color coordinated to each class, there is no one color that's at the top of that column every single year going from 2009 to 2023. Now, if you look a little closer, you'll see that what they did was created a portfolio using asset allocation where there's a blend of money in the US, overseas, stocks, bonds, a little bit of real estate, other things called commodities, which could be gold or precious metals or agriculture. And that blended portfolio, while not being at the top of the column each year, smoothed out the ride a little bit because it was also never at the bottom. And that's really what proper asset allocation is trying to achieve. It's not to get to the best results, it's to match your timeline or your goals or your risk tolerance with a blend of a portfolio that will make sure that you take that ride all the way through. So to sum it up, asset allocation is just a strategy, a way to build a portfolio using different types of investments at different amounts for each type of investment to come into to have that in line with someone's goals or their risks and try to be as efficient as possible, mitigate some of that risk, and hopefully keep them from wanting to change it at the wrong time. And that really is where some of the damage can be done. For more educational videos, please visit our YouTube channel or check me out on social media, #JimRobinsonOnPoint. Thank you.